Let's take a look at what Tesla did today. So we closed at $392.21, up $8.53. That's 2.22%. Post-market, we seem to be down by $1.9 at 0.48%. So let's take a look at what this means on the chart. If we don't look at the chart, we cannot see if that move up of $8 is significant or not. It's only by which describe patterns of the tug of war between the buyers and sellers. This is the only way we can assess if a movement is noise or signal. Tesla is into this triangle right here. So the highs of Tesla are trending down, but the lows are trending up. This is a low, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low. So we are going to get a resolution at some point. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Don't fool yourself. Nobody knows what is going to happen if Tesla is going to short-term continue down or short-term continue up. Long-term, yes, you can say in 2030, Tesla stock should be worth more than what it is right now. That's perfectly fine. This is fundamental analysis. This is long-term, so you should not be even watching this channel. Here, on this channel, what we are doing is that we are following trends. When Tesla is trending down, we get out because we don't want to lose any value. And when Tesla starts to trend up again, we get back in again. This is what we do on this channel. If you don't want to do that, there's plenty of other videos that you can watch. If you are interested in that, because this is the most efficient way of investing in the stock market, in the most optimal way, because when a stock goes up for a while, goes down for a while, and then goes back up, this part right here is the part we don't want. We want this part, and we want that part, one on top of the other. And yes, it's possible to do this. It's possible to do this. Don't tell me it's not possible. It's possible. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. Just like it's not perfect to buy and hold. Because when you buy and hold, you buy right here and you are super happy, happy, happy. And then your stock is worth $400 right here. And then for 2 years, you are justifying yourself. Well, it's going to go back up. 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 And you can even buy back in. Buy back in. I'm going to, no, I'm not going to buy low and sell high. I'm going to buy high and buy high and buy high and buy high. Eventually, in the hope that it goes higher. So I don't say it's not working. It does not work. I don't say that. I say it's not efficient, Once we see that Tesla is no longer going up, we can just sell and wait until this downward trend, which lasted a good 3 years, stops. And when it stops, we can get back in. We don't know when it is going to stop and when it is going to start back again. We don't need to know in advance. We cannot buy in the future. I know that Tesla is going to go up from this downward trend. It's going to break the downward trend in 2026. So I'm going to put my buy order in 2026. No, we don't need to do that. We look at it every single day. Every time you see a candle, you need to watch it. So once a day, we look at it. And when we see that break, this is the time we can put our buy order the next day. That's it. That's it. And everybody on Wall Street are doing these lines. Everybody. They just don't tell you that they are drawing them, but everybody. Anyway, right now, there's nothing to do on the daily chart. There's nothing to do because Tesla is into this zigzag pattern, and eventually it's going to break this line or break that line. If it breaks this line, then does it mean that it's a buy? No, it does not mean it's a buy. We need to make sure, the second criteria we have is that we need to make sure that we break this horizontal resistance, because stocks can go high, can go low, and can go sideways. And if we want to be efficient with our money, We don't want to put our money in when a stock goes sideways. And we surely don't want to put our money into a stock that goes down. So the going down aspect, we need to make sure that we are no longer into that. Then once we are no longer going down, then we are going to check, could we be going sideways? And if we go sideways, we don't need to put money into that either. But once we are going to, okay, so how are we going to know that we are not going sideways anymore? Well, it's going to be when we break 426.47. 426.47. Boom. So here, then this is going to tell us we need to buy if the third criteria is that we have stochastic over 60. This one indicator, a 21-day stochastic, not the 40-day, not the 14-day, a 21-day stochastic when it goes over 60. This is a further confirmation. So we know that, so we will know that Tesla is not going down. This is good. It's not going sideways. And with stochastic over 60, this is telling us that there's enough momentum that we should be continuing higher. And when we apply this, most of the time, over 70%, 75% of the time, we are continuing and we can make money. So each of these yellow arrows gave us a buy signal with these three criteria. So you can go back. If you want. If you don't believe me, you can go back. On Wednesday, June 26, 2024. I did a video. Tesla is officially a buy because we broke a previous price front. You could not go higher than 194.35. We could not go higher. And then at some point, Tesla stock was no longer available at a lower price. Something had changed in the market on the positive side. So we joined in and we made money. And this happened, quite often actually in 2024. It happened quite often also in 2023. In 2022, a lot less because we were really going down and we were close to our downward resistance below. So right now, there is nothing to do on the daily chart. We can just wait. Let's not waste our money. Let's just put our money at risk. Let's keep it outside of the stock market. And then when Tesla is going to do what it needs to do, we can put it back in. Or you can join my community on Discord, where we are finding other buy signals for many other stocks. So if you want to, instead of just waiting for Tesla, if you want to apply the same principles that we are applying, maybe there's money to be made somewhere else. So this is what the Discord server community is for, or the buy alerts membership. So we have so many stocks that we are looking at every single day, like 30 stocks. But Tesla is done right here for free. I do a video every single day. So nothing to do with Tesla. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. So VIX down 1.41. We are very happy. 7.58%, closed at 17.20. We are happy. Remember, yesterday, Trump paused the tariffs for Mexico and Canada. So this is providing relief to the stock market. The VIX is coming down. When VIX is going down, stock market tends to go up. Let's take a look at the bonds. Bonds are pretty much stable at 4.5%. No stochastic, so it's possible that we have a little bit of a move down, which would also help the stock market. As we look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar pair, you see the US dollar started to climb like crazy with the tariffs, but now everything is cooling down. We see it everywhere. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, one of the most famous index. So Dow Jones is into a bullish channel. We are trending higher. This is all good. We have stochastic over 60. SPX, this one is zigzagging like crazy, going up, going down, and everything. So this one is a little bit less stable, I will say. We are yet again outside of the downward channel. So at least we are no longer going down. We could be getting stuck going sideways though. Nasdaq, this one is not too bad, stronger today, of course, than yesterday. Still in this big bullish move. So everything is looking good from that side. Russell with the small caps. The small caps are just trending sideways. They just recently broke outside a downward channel. Downward channel, downward trend. These are all the same words. Downward channel. So at least we are no longer going down, but we could be getting sideways. So it's not the time yet to go back into the small caps. Yes, Tom Lee is telling us to get back into the small caps, but he suffered a little bit because the timing is not there. I don't know when this is going to happen, but it's not right now, I can tell you. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. Okay, this is looking a little bit better. We see a lot more green. We still have some red, but a lot more green. So things are recovering a little bit. Things are recovering also today. So all is good. All is good. On the daily chart, there's nothing to do for Tesla. If we look at the 1-hour chart, there's nothing to do either, really. We don't have stochastic over 60. We did have a break. So I need to tell you this. We did have a break because we were going sideways. We were going sideways right here. And we could not go over 388.73. So now we have gone over for the last 2 hours. We have closed above 388.73. So now we have a break. We have 2 out of 3 of our criteria. The first one, is it going down? So this was the downtrend that we broke. It's not going sideways anymore because we just broke 388.73. So now we are only missing stochastic over 60, which is now at 39.54. So when stochastic goes into this green zone, then this is going to be officially a buy on the 1-hour chart. Of course, you don't always need these 3 criteria. If you have them, then this is going to give you a high probability trade. If you have only 2 criteria out of 3, then the probability is a little bit lower. But if you want to play a little bit and risk a little bit less money, it could still work. It could still work, but I need to say this. So seeing this here is already the first sign. This is kind of the first time we are seeing the sun piercing through the clouds recently in terms of a couple of days. So maybe this is going to continue. If it continues, then we are going to eventually get a buy signal, a good buy signal on the daily chart with stochastic over 60, getting outside of this downward channel, blah, blah, blah. But because we don't have a good buy signal on the daily chart, this okay buy signal on the 1-hour chart can still give you a little bit of money. So if you enter right here, maybe we are going to cave into 465, but still between here and there is a little bit of money to be made. So there is a little bit of money to be made. And if we take a look at the 5-minute chart, the 5-minute chart was really, really nice. And it proves our point, it proves our point. You see, we were making a top right here. We could not break this since yesterday at 9:30. We could not break this. So the highs were flat. This is a high, this is a high, this is a high, this is a high. The highs were flat. The lows were going higher. So when you see this pattern, it means that most likely we are going to break the highs. Breaking the highs mean breaking 388.73. So on the 5-minute chart, you could have watched it move. And we've watched it on my Discord in the community. We've watched it, and then boom, we had a break right here. So the time to buy was right here. The time to buy was this afternoon at 3:15. After the 3:15 candle, it took 5 minutes. We are on the 5-minute chart. Boom, this was the time to buy. So you could have gotten in at 389 and look at where we are right now at 391. So there's a couple of bucks there and maybe it's not over. So this is a good example to show what we are doing on this channel. Patterns are repeatable. We can find these patterns all the time. We are just looking at the highs, looking at the lows, and when we have a break of the highs, when the highs are horizontal, you can buy it. Then you need to manage what is your expectation. So here, our expectation is just 400 bucks. But we have different expectations based on the context of each of these buys. So this is, this is what we are doing on this channel for Tesla, and we are doing it with a lot more details in the Discord community. So consider joining. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.